Hey, how's it going, dear viewers? AK here again. 最近这几天，还算比较安稳，所有的事情都发展的相当的顺利吧。昨天半夜，我开始捣鼓电脑，因为前几天电脑坏了，我就把所有的文件都备份好了以后，我拉到维修那边，然后他们看了一下，说这个问题那个问题，本来说是要花500块钱换个硬盘，但后来我自己回来了以后呢，做了个磁盘扫描，然后直接把问题就解决了，也就不用再花这个钱了。但是呢，我的电脑可不止一个问题，我电脑其实有4个问题。最重要的、最大的、最要命的问题就是这个经常蓝屏啊，而且这个问题也是因为硬盘造成的嘛，所以把这个问题解决了以后，我就想着，既然都已经备份好了，那就把其他的问题也一并解决嘛，死马当成活马医。然后就一直在研究学习啊，先用 GPT 还有 DS 分析了半天，分析完了以后呢，看着他们给了一些建议，然后又开始搜索，在 Reddit 里边搜到了不少有用的帖子，然后根据 Reddit 里边大家所有人的经验可算是把剩下的3个毛病也都搞好了。好，总共4个毛病。第一个是，只要它用电池，在几分钟之内肯定会蓝屏这个是一个 check disk 就彻底搞定了。然后另一个是，只要它连着电，那么在几十分钟到3-5个小时之内，它肯定会休眠。然后这个问题也算是存在了有4-5天了吧。这是第2个问题。第3个问题是更早一点的，每一次在关机的时候都会跳出来一个不知名的程序一直阻止关机，所以得要强制关机才可以。然后那个代码怎么搜都搜不出来，也不知道到底是一个什么软件或者是什么驱动。在最后就是最古老的一个问题，自打我换了电池之后，我的环绕就坏了。然后环绕这个是最令人糟心的，所以呢，先讨论一下环绕这个问题。Yoga 这套电脑它中间是有一个播音器的，话筒、播音器 ，No speakers. What are speakers in Chinese again? 音响，对，中间有一个音响条，然后这个音响条它是连在屏幕上的，它的驱动跟其他的音响驱动是分开的。下面的2个 speakers 它们是分开的，另外2个音响你只需要安装一个最基本的驱动器就可以了，就直接用 Realtek 就好了。但是中间的那个不一样，首先在我换了电池以后，我并没有碰到它，所以理论上换个电池而已，它不应该就一下子没了呀。但是它这个声音就没了。You know what? I'm gonna switch to English today because I'm stuttering a lot when I'm using Chinese. I guess I'm not exactly in the mood for it. Yeah, for some reason my language skills is directly correlated to my current mood and current level of stress, wakefulness, and all that. There's a lot of factors involved. Anyway, so the sound bar in the center of my laptop has been broken after I reinstalled a new battery. So with that happened, I changed back to the old battery and the problem persisted. At that point I was already at a loss, so I was trying to figure out if maybe I accidentally unplugged my soundbar from my motherboard or something. So I unplugged it and replugged it back in, and then I checked around and I thought it should have been repaired at that point, right? But no, I changed into the old battery, nothing worked. I unplugged and replugged, nothing worked. I changed to the new battery again, nothing worked. So I just gave up like last year and just let it be, because the front speaker still worked. I was still able to get enough sound from my computer. I didn't need any kind of surround sound. So last night I checked for the reasons which kept my computer from shutting down. And in there, I was able to discover that quite a number of others had the same problem with the same computer system on Windows 10. And it was because of a driver failure. The solution from Reddit was reinstall literally every single device driver you can find, and you have to turn on, hide the hidden devices. So I did that. I made my computer device manager show all the devices, including the hidden devices, and there was my soundbar was in the hidden devices. And even though at the time it showed it had a functional driver, it didn't work. I tried uninstalling and reinstalling it again, and immediately my soundbar came to life. So yeah, all I had to do was reinstall the driver for the soundbar by looking for it in the hidden devices. Anyways, that solved the sound problem right away. Then there was another driver that had an issue for the other people on Reddit. They said it was mostly a COM port driver that had a problem, but for me, I didn't have any of those issues. But there was probably something wrong with my Intel CPU driver or something. I didn't check in detail, but there was certainly a problem with that, and I got the new driver updated through Windows updates. I installed like 7 or 8 new drivers on my computer. Those were in the recommended but not in the required updates. Did that, and that solved my computer restarting itself. That solved the problem of my computer not being able to shut down, and the problem of my computer putting itself into hibernation mode after using it for somewhere between 30 minutes to 3 hours. So yeah, everything was resolved through Reddit and ChatGPT and DeepSeek. It took me 2 hours. And I was delaying this repair process for an entire year. I delayed it for an entire year, and I could have done everything in just 2 hours. Anyways, the takeaway from this story is if you find yourself in a state of discomfort, instead of just living with it, it's probably best to solve the problem as quickly as you can, even if it is troublesome to begin with, or even if you could manage to just bear with the problem. It's best that you don't, because this one small problem might lead to a bigger problem, and this kind of problem behavior just proliferates and snowballs into something massive, like an entire system failure. Don't wait around. Solve your problems right away. And it goes to other things in life as well, like cleaning, for example. If you keep your room dirty, then it's just gonna get dirtier and dirtier over time. Then it gets more difficult to clean up afterwards. So if it's just a little bit dirty, you could spend about 10 minutes to pretty much tidy everything up. And if you are dispensing, say, 10 minutes, you wouldn't feel any level of stress because it's just 10 minutes of effort. You don't need to think about just how difficult and time-taking, how much time it takes. To me, I was doing this in an additive mindset. So to me, I was thinking, well, if I spend 10 minutes every day to clean up, over the course of a week, it's going to be an hour and 10 minutes. But if I wait for an entire week to clean everything up, all I need to do is spend 40 minutes to clean everything up. So obviously 40 is smaller than 70 minutes. But that's not how it works. That's not how your mind works. If you keep delaying things and you think, oh my god, it's going to take 40 minutes, I'm not going to do it. You're just going to keep delaying the problem, delaying solving the problem until it keeps getting worse to the point that you can't even solve it anymore, or you just don't have any motivation left. But if you spend the 10 minutes to clean up every day, your mind is going to think, well, this is such a simple task. I could do it right away and there is no effort involved, and you're going to be more willing to do it. Same thing with things like working out. You could do about 20 minutes of jumping jacks, push-ups, whatnot, just to keep your body in shape. Instead of waiting around until you get either completely obese or you run out of breath after just taking a couple of steps, by then your problem is so severe that you're not going to be motivated at all to solve it. Yeah, that's my motivational speech for the day. And to expand it further, what about starting a business? It's not that hard. Really, all you gotta do is check DeepSeek or check ChatGPT on how one can open a business wherever you are. All you gotta do is just follow the steps, make a couple of phone calls, and ask around a bit about how you could get all kinds of licenses or certification, whatever you need. Instead of waiting around and thinking about how you could open a business and what you could do with a business, just go for it. Check the requirements. It doesn't take that long. It's 2 minutes. It took me 5 minutes to read through everything and go on the government websites to check the proper appropriate documents. I love this hotel, by the way, the one that we just passed. Reminds me of California. OK， 已经开始录了。本来看着这边有一块农田，所以过来的，但一过来发现没有绿地，但是很像深圳啊。 真的好像深圳。等一会儿找其中一个细道进去，看看能不能找到地图上的那片绿地。那片地图上绿地真的很漂亮。不过倒是找到了他们的一个庙，好像哦。哎，刚才这个地方好像是个绿地哦。抽烟，抽烟。没有围起来的，应该是一片空地，对，空地围起来了。这里边也不太好走的样子。前面有一个小路可以进去看看。这边人开车是真的看都不看的，也不打灯。不是有一个说法吗？就是把路当成自己家啊，客厅。这边还真的就是他们的客厅，真是他们自己的家。村嘛，李错温前老民族是前吧？不认识那个字，说实话。然后那片绿地和那个，哎，等一会儿往右边看看，是不是那里？走这边看一眼。哇，这个井盖都烂了，过不去，过不去就算了。会不会是这里啊？对哦，找了半天那片绿地在这儿啊，好深呐！就说怎么在另一边找不到。Okay, next question. How do I get in there? I mean, all right, these are private fields, so there's no reason for me to tread through their crops. Yeah, it's good looking, but I can't get inside, so I gotta look for something else to do then. What's going on around here? Yeah, more private fields. The structure on the left is awfully, what do you call it? I can't think of a word to describe it. It's like a mishmash of different elements. Yeah, it's a chimera, but in a good way.接下来想聊一个比较个人的话题啊，这边也围上了，那没办法，接着往前走。就是怎么样可以维持自己的自信心？怎么样维持自己的这种不被别人的话语影响的这个坚韧度、韧性，可以这么说吗？毕竟做自媒体也好啊，做什么都好，肯定呢不至于永远的一帆风顺呢。有时候客户或者是观众反馈不是很友好，像遇到了这种情况啊，我自己会感到相当的难过。有时候呢也会很生气，然后就跟人开始骂起来了。所以呢，怎么样可以让自己做到不被这些流言蜚语或者是负面评价而影响？即使他们说的是对的，也不会被影响啊。你自己觉得他们说的你哪做错了，你觉得他说对，可以啊，接受啊，自己改变啊什么的啊，但总是会有很难接受啊。就算觉得他们说的对啊，自己做的不太好啊，可以改变啊，做出来了改变什么，但即使如此，自己还是感觉很难过。怎么样可以应对这样的负面情绪呢？真的不知道。而且我非常讨厌用 AI 做各种心理分析啊，觉得要么给的太西方化，要么给的不切实际，要么就是毫无用处，没有什么真真正正的能帮助到自己的点，就是突然让你感觉被开导了或者开窍了的那种感受。这个 AI 是做不到的。哇，这片小田地也挺漂亮。像 AI 能给出来的，就像是你去公园溜达溜达，缓解一下心情，或者去做一些运动啊，舒缓一下，或者找人聊天呢。这who doesn't know that? Seriously, everybody knows what to do with these kinds of advice. I'm not looking for empathy. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for advice. I'm not looking for research-based effective treatment methods. I'm looking for a way out. A way to tackle the problem for the long term. And quickly as well. Yeah, for me, it generally takes me at least a few hours to digest and swallow the negative comments. And sometimes they aren't even that negative. It's either they're telling the truth or they're trying to give me a positive comment, but it just didn't work in the way I wanted it wanted it to seem like they give me a 95% instead of 100, I'd feel upset. It doesn't make sense, or at least it shouldn't make sense. And I think this could be applied to many others out there as well. Like somebody saying, oh my god, your English is so good. Well, no shit, I grew up in Canada, right? I didn't put any effort into learning it. I just acquired it pretty much subconsciously. And obviously they're trying to praise me, right? And I appreciate the gesture, but it annoys me. It's like saying you're good at something that you didn't put any effort in, and I hate it for whatever reason. Is there, like, I don't know. There's a lot of research and literature on the dynamics of this mentality, and it has a lot to do with power dynamics, like racial and gender and disabilities and all that. It has a lot to do with these. And what I'm thinking is, rather than being annoyed by these microaggressions, what if we just accept them? What if we convince ourselves to just accept these genuine praises or genuine words of encouragement, instead of seeing the actual microaggressions that exist in them? They're trying to do something nice to you. Why be a dick to them? But how do we do it? I'm still annoyed by these kinds of words, gestures, comments, even if they're positive. Should I tell my commenters to go fuck off? Oh, no. I appreciate it. I hate it and I appreciate it. So is it the society that built me this way? Or is it human nature? Or is it just the way that many of us were raised in the modern society? Is it because of nuclearization? Is it because of individualism? Is it because of multiculturalism even? I don't know. So yeah, what I'm saying is there a way to, instead of pointing out these microaggressions and getting angry or annoyed or depressed over these things, is there a way that we can accept these genuine positive comments and appreciate them without feeling any kind of annoyance? Is there a way to convince ourselves to just accept nice gestures from others? Yeah. And I think that's all I want to do for today in terms of video and questions and comments. Anyways, let me know your thoughts. AK out.